This week I came to Chattanooga and Atlanta, and I got to meet some people from the Read-Aloud program, and got to go into the schools where Read-Aloud Chattanooga and the Y-Learn program is being put into effect, Rossville Elementary School and Brown Elementary School, and meet the students and the faculty. I got a tour of all the murals around the school, in the cafeteria, music room, in the library, in the hallways. I got to see all the murals, and I got to interact with some of the students. I got to read to them.
Staggered up it until he reached Bruce. See? Bruce's voice was triumphant as he gently eased the big dog through the window.
I think that I was very unique from what they normally see, and they had a lot of questions and thoughts, and that maybe diving right into the reading in hindsight wasn't so smart. I think that we should have gotten those questions and thoughts out of the way so that they could focus on the reading, because they were focused on me, but I don't think they were focused on my reading.
What? They don't have the key to the door. Is that something?
And then at Rossville, I felt that the kids were instantly warmed up to me and had a lot of questions just in general, not about me, which I liked. They had a lot of questions about life. It was kind of an odd position to be in because I was expected to know the answers.
So if you have questions about writing in general?
Are you nervous people are going to not like the book?
You know, that's such a good question. I am super nervous that people are going to not like the book. Because the nice thing about writing in your classroom, I think, is that if your teacher doesn't like it and she writes a note back that says, like, I really don't like this, then you're the only one who has to see it. But if somebody, like, writes in a newspaper that they don't like my book, then everyone can read it and everyone can say, that girl wrote an awful book. So yes, I'm very nervous. But
something that occurred to me while I was there at Rossville was that they seem to have an instant connection, but I also get the impression they're well trained to have a connection with whoever comes in. But I think that it could be fun if they have a distance learning lab or something like that. If I could Skype with a class and talk to them about how their writing's going. I think that there's something much more concrete about learning about writing if you know someone who's doing writing as a career.
Can you give me some examples of some settings if you were going to write a story where might be a fun setting to try? Somebody give me an example. Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun. What's something that you could have at the park? You could have somebody playing on the swing set. You could. What else could you start there?
One day, someone jumping off the swing set.
Somebody jumping off the swing set. Oh, I see that happen all the time. When I was getting nervous, I feel like that's dangerous. I never did that when I was a kid. I was scared too.
I think that there's a feeling when you're in elementary school or middle school that writing is something you learn about so that you can pass the test, and then you graduate and become something that has nothing to do with writing. So to see, no, actually people keep writing. People sell their writing. Writing doesn't end when you leave school. And if you enjoy writing, there's plenty you can do with it. I think that would kind of change the way they would look at writing. That would have changed the way I would have looked at writing.
That's a good choice. That's a good year to set something in. What about you back there? What's a good setting? Hollywood? Dollywood. Oh, the theme park. Have you been there?
Yes.
And what would make it a neat setting?
My teacher ride.
So there's a lot of interesting things there.
But they seem like real sweethearts.
I was wondering if you could give us one of your books so we could like read it and see how it is.
See how it is? Oh, you're going to judge it. Well, it hasn't been published yet. It's in the publishing process right now, which means I already wrote it, but they're in the process of making it into like a physical book. It's not a physical book yet. But I will promise to send you guys a copy, and you can let me know what you think. You can write me a review, but please be nice. It comes out Father's Day of next year, so will you guys still be in